So, well, I'm walking on this wobbly bridge and just checking in. Doing a 22-mile day today, unless I fall off this bouncy bridge right here. This is Wedge heading north. Day's on. Well, another milestone. 800. Still going. Wedge heading north.
James River. Wow. Look at those bridges.
Today was a good day. 22 miles, 7 hours and 56 minutes. 1% of the whole AT. Not bad. I'm pleased with myself. Hello everybody. I am here at Stanimals in Glasgow, Virginia. Had a wonderful stay. Spotter, Mags, and just everybody here was just really relaxed and really excellent to us. So I really enjoyed my stay here and heading back on the trail. Next stop is Waynesboro. And after that, Shenandoah. So Wedge heading north, blaze on. Okay, started the day with a 2,200 foot climb, but we get rewarded with an awesome view. A lot of wind. But doing about 15 miles today, and still moving on. Wedge heading north, blaze on. Alrighty, biggest hill of the day accomplished, and moving on. Alrighty, made it up to Coal Mountain Bald. Didn't even realize this was a thing, but I'm here and it's beautiful. 360 views. Well done, Virginia, for being such a pain in the ass for the last 200 miles. Showing me the true side. So not bad. I'm impressed. It's a good day for it. Nice and relatively clear. There's some clouds and stuff, but there's a lot of blue out there. There's no risk of rain. Looks like this wall continues on for like a mile or so, so good stuff. I like being exposed on top of a mountain like this on nice weather days. I would absolutely hate it if it was a thunderstorm, which I have done, and your hair does stand up on end. It's funny because my beard would actually start puffing out like this. So you just try to get across it as quickly as you can and move on. We are making our way to Waynesboro. I'm excited. We're getting close to the Shenandoahs. And the blues are starting to subside because although we have about 200 miles more to go, the end's in sight. And I think having spent a month in this state really weighs down on you. And a stay at Stanimals in Glasgow was a huge help. Spotter and Mags were amazing. Talking to a lot of the hikers, we had a lot of conversations over a couple of beers, and it was reassuring to me about how everybody was feeling the same. How they were down, how they're going to push on no matter what happens. You're just going to keep pushing and pushing because that's how you finish this thing. But everybody else had that overwhelming thought like, hey, you could quit right here. You could go home. This could be done and over with. And, you could go back to your normal life. And it was actually reassuring that a bunch of people felt that way because that was the thoughts I was going through my head. Am I going to quit? No. I'm going to keep pushing. I want to get this done. This has been a lifelong dream. However, that overpowering thought could really put a damper on your day. gives you a little bit of feeling sometimes of hopelessness. You're just sitting there and you're like, man, just stop trying to turn your brain off. You're like, just stop talking to me like that. We got to get through this. We got to keep moving. We got to keep going forward. You get the retort in your head. No, your kids are at home right now. You could be spending time with your kids. Your dogs are there. Your wife's there. You could be eating a pizza. This could be done and over with. And luckily, it seems like those thoughts are now subsiding. The end's near. We have a big milestone coming up in the next couple of days, getting into the Stanimals. And looks like my hike's back on track again. It seems like everybody else was feeling the same way. Everybody else I was talking to said that their thoughts actually started getting better roughly when we got to Stanimals. So maybe Stanimals is a magical place. Who knows? Actually making my way to the next Stanimals up in Waynesboro. I had such a good experience at the one in Glasgow that I'm just going to move on forward to the next one, and hopefully it's the same or relatively the same. But until then, I'm going to keep hiking and still have views like this. I'm going to keep on going. Wedge is still heading north. Wedge is in a better place. And blazing on. Peace. I do want to say, Trey Free, Early Riser 7-1, talks all about this in his book. And he's right, and it was there, and it happened. But you just have to get up and keep going. You're not in the best mental headspace while you're on the trail, you hike. You hike. Was that a snake? Oh no, it was a chipmunk. Did run into what I thought was a copperhead yesterday, and then I noticed that the head was not triangular. Turned out to be a corn snake. But apparently down here they look just like copperheads, except for the poison sacs. So it was a little alarming, but once I realized it was nothing, big old fat nothing burger, moved on. Hello. Spent the night at a shelter last night. Seeley Woodworth or something along those lines. It was an interesting night. We had a mouse that just wouldn't leave us alone no matter what we did. Kept running all over our sleeping bags, all over us, trying to get to our bags, which didn't have anything in it, so I don't know why it was. Maybe it was the salt from our packs. But it did not leave us alone. And we shoot it out of the shelter numerous times for it to come back seconds later. But, you know, that's what happens when you're out here. So you just deal with it and you move on. If anything, it got me up early because right now it's, I've been on the trail for about 45 minutes and it's about 7:45, so got on early. I'm walking over to the priest right now, the priest shelter. For those of you that don't know what the priest shelter is, it's where you confess your trail sins. Like if you go to the bathroom and don't dig a hole, or if you don't wash your hands, or, you know, weird stuff like that. So I'm going to get there and I'm going to read the logbook. I really don't have any major trail sins, except for once I forgot my food bag in my backpack. So I think that's the one that I'm going to put in there. So there it is, the pre-shelter, and we're making our way. Should be in the at the Shenandoah within a day and a half now. So I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, Rhetoric's behind me a day or two, but we both have separate plans coming up. He needs to get off trail for a few days. He's going to go do something with one of his old colleagues and then spend time with his family. And my family's coming down. So I'm shooting ahead. I'm going to probably be separated for a week, maybe two. And then I'm going to wait for him on the other side of the Shenandoah. And we'll catch up then and then proceed north. While that's happening, I'm hiking with or around Boxer Mom, Alabama Chowder, City Dog. So I'll be floating with them for a couple of weeks, and then they all have to jump off trail at one point themselves. So we'll get somewhere north. I'll wait for them and Rhetoric and everybody, and then we'll be one big happy family again. This is Wedge, heading north to confess my sins at the priest. Blaze on. Alrighty, making my way up Spy Rock to meet the City Dog. There he is, Nick, City Dog.
Good morning.
Nice view up here.
Why, thank you.
Hello, everybody. I know there's some lags in videos from time to time, so I'm hiking. I'm out here. I just don't have a lot to add today. It's a beautiful day. Trail is pretty cruisy, and I just feel like trying to make up some distance. Hit the Shenandoahs the day after tomorrow. I'm excited for that. Another one that I've been looking forward to for quite some time. But then once I get in there, there'll probably be another 5 or 6 day lag on videos because I won't have any way to get it out. But I'm gonna make a push for 5 days to get through the Shenies, and then meet my family. So I want to get through the Shenandoah, have a nice relaxing day for when they get down here. Maybe take another day off also. So this is Wedge heading north. Blaze on. So here's a little tidbit on how the AT works sometimes. Rhetoric and I are separated. He wanted to take a day off. I wanted to keep going. And then my family's coming down. He's got something going on. So we were going to separate for a little bit and try to meet up later anyway. So you get your friends and you hike with them a while, and sometimes you separate and sometimes you get back together. And I'm really hoping we get back together with Rhetoric along the way. I really enjoy hiking with him and some other people around that I've been hiking around for a while. And then sometimes, like the other night, I'm in Stanimals in Glasgow, and I split a room with a person I've never met before. I've heard about. I'm pretty sure they heard about me too. I mean, the trail, names flow up and down with people. So everybody kind of knows about each other already. You hike with people for a little bit, then you get separated, meet other people, hike with them, maybe get separated, maybe stay with them, who knows? But, it's an ever-evolving process out here of people you're with. I mean, that's just the way it's working out for me right now. Some people meet the same people or the people they hike with the first day they're on trail and stay with them the entire time. Some people don't hike with anybody. Some people jump around from group to group, like me. And just keep progressing forward. So I head north, still blazing on. Peace.
You got him in your sights?
He's right here. Yep, there he is. Copperhead. Well, that slithery bastard took a snap at me. Another day in the life of an AT attempted through hiker. Came about as close as you could get. Now my problem is, every time I see something like this, I'm jumpy.